Afternoon, folks. I'm glad to see you all out here. Not often that I get a chance to come to Pennsylvania and visit with folks. I hope you all appreciate the effort that the men who are serving this union to defend the Constitution, to advance the cause of freedom, have earned your respect and your admiration. These men have left their homes and their families to preserve a way of life, forge a new way of life for some. They have sacrificed, they have shown courage and determination. And I, as president, am humbled by the results that they have brought forth so far. They will continue on until such time as the ultimate victory is ours. You know, I'm known for giving speeches. My House Divided speech, speech in the Cooper Union in New York, our first inaugural. They're all directed and aimed at a particular focus or point of attention. But there is one that I gave dreary morning in a little town just west of here, crossroads town called Gettysburg, a place where a battle occurred. 160,000 men for 3 days. Last July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Those men changed the course of the war at that point. Even though they didn't know it. Cemetery was placed there. I was asked to come and give a few appropriate remarks. Senator Edward Everett of Massachusetts will speak ahead of me. He will speak for 2 hours. At the conclusion of his speech, there is much cheering, hurrahs, hoorays, ladies waving their handkerchief, men throwing their hats in the air. I'm not sure whether all of this commotion was caused by the content of his speech or the fact that he had completed his speech. Then it came my turn. 47 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are men on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place to those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should so. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this crown. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor will remember what we say. But it must never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be here dedicated to the unfinished work which they have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here devoted to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from you. That's more applause than I received on that day. I thought my speech had failed. Later in the day, I received a note from the good senator that spoke in front of me. It said, Mr. President, I wish I could have come close to saying in 2 hours to what you said in 2 minutes. Let me dispel the rumor also that I wrote it on the back of envelopes on the train. I did not. I worked very hard on that speech the night before. I wanted it to have an impact. I want the nation to know what we are fighting for and who we hope to get for our success. So I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for coming here today. And why don't we give this excellent